The Escapists may look like a 16-bit style top-down prison escape simulator with a nod to those ancient games from the ZX Spectrum era, but it plays with as much depth and intricacy as the mightiest of modern games. Escaping from Her Majesty's pleasure has never been so freeform, frustrating, but rewarding. Only a few things in life can be as pleasurable as planning an intricate escape, executing it, and walking away from prison a free man or woman. I'm speaking from experience, as my time with the Escapists was spent doing exactly that, but mostly failing spectacularly. From a choice of several prisons, all increasing in difficulty, your sole task is to escape. Though the premise and visuals are simple, the Escapist succeeds by having a huge amount of depth and variety hidden within its pixel art blocks. You can escape by tunnelling under the fence, cutting through it, or make yourself such a nuisance that the governor opens up the gate just to get rid of you. It's not an easy open-plan prison though, as you'll need to keep to the strict schedules imposed by your screws. Any deviation and you'll be on the receiving end of a mild beating and end up in the infirmary. Depending on how strict the prison is though, you'll receive a few in-game hours of free time each day, and it's here that your grand plan must take form. There are a multitude of items in the game, and a crafting system that's essential to master in order to proceed. Mixing a sheet and 2 pillows, for example, makes a decoy for your cell, leaving you the freedom to sneak around at night. Combine a sock with some soap and you'll get a weapon for knocking out guards. Nearly all the items in the game can be combined with another one to get something useful, and it leads to an incredible feeling of openness with what you can do. It's a bit of an arcane art to figure out what to craft though, but that's kind of the joy of this game, is that it's new and these things are just undiscovered, waiting for you to figure them out. All of these options doesn't mean the Escapist is easy. On the contrary, it's right up there with Dark Souls for being a complete arse if you screw up. Any holes or tunnels you make have to be properly hidden, or the guards will find them. They do that, and it's usually a game over, or at least a beating with all your items confiscated, and a few days in solitary. In the beginning, you'll also find it difficult to make progress, as each prison really needs to be lived in before you can make a move. Taking part in the schedule isn't just good for survival or keeping up appearances, as some of it is essential to keep fit and strong enough to actually dig your way out of prison. There are 3 main stats to keep up with: speed, strength and intellect, which need to be improved and maintained by visits to the library or gym. As the prisons get more difficult to break out of, you won't just have to get under or through the fence, which incidentally becomes electrified later on. The area beyond the prison can be mined, and checkpoints mean that you have to go the whole Great Escape route and procure uniforms and identification to make your complete escape possible. There's also relationships inside that you can cultivate and exploit. Each prisoner will have their own items or stash, and you can bribe, barter, or just beat them up in order to acquire their stuff. Guards can randomly start beating up you or other inmates, and a full-blown riot isn't out of the question if things get out of hand. All this means The Escapists is an incredible achievement if you're after a bizarre mix of Hitman coupled with the Prison Architect series. The amount of choice and openness to make your own escape and come away with a unique story is thrilling, and while other games strive for expansive open worlds, The Escapists does a better job by boxing us in and forcing us to think in new and devious ways. All this effusive praise doesn't mean The Escapists is perfect or will appeal to all gamers. If you're a fan of the Hitman series or enjoyed the slow planning needed for success in Dark Souls, then The Escapists will be nectar to your gaming proboscis. If, on the other hand, you prefer games a little more linear or handholdy, then this is going to be a struggle for you. The Escapists offers a brief tutorial that barely scratches the surface of what the game can offer, and the real depth and fun comes with taking your time and planning your escape carefully, and experimenting. I'm pretty sure this won't appeal to a lot of people. It didn't to me to begin with. It can be bone-crushingly hard at times and difficult to get into, but by giving you the tools to craft your own escape and leaving you alone to sort it out, The Escapist is one of those classic hands-off games that encourages you to create your own story and your own incredible moments. 8 out of 10.